Hello, thank you for joining me. You're watching Esther from Stampin' Star Creations. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in the UK. Today I wanted to recreate this card for you here. It's got a spinner mechanism in the background that I'm going to recreate for you today. So I'm going to try and break down the elements. I've cut down an A4 sheet of paper in a long way so it makes a tent fold. I've used a Seasonal Layers Thinlits die to cut out the flowers from the centre. Now I've marked approximately a 2-inch mark to where the first flower should lie in the middle, and I've also made a little dot which is 1.5 inches from the top where the brad is going to go. Cut out a 1-inch circle, and then you want to keep both pieces. So the circle you're going to use to draw on the eyes. I couldn't find my Stampin Write marker just as I was filming and I couldn't find it, so I'm just using a black pen. So we're not drawing all the way around the circle, we're just creating that eyes shut look. And you can just draw on some lashes coming out from the eyes. And then using the negative from the cut out circle, you want to get your sponge, and we're just going to sponge on a bit of blusher to create the cheeks. Like so. I've used some gold glimmer paper, which is 2 inches by 3.25, roughly found the half and cut that up into a triangle, which is going to create the horn. I've gone ahead and stamped the sentiment "You Make Me Smile" from the Colourful Seasons set, and this is 1 inch by 4 1/8, and then some glimmer paper which is going to be slightly bigger at 1 1.25 inch by 4 1/8, and I'm going to mount that on with glue dots because I found that helps to stick onto the glitter paper, and this will go at the bottom there. Now the other thing we need to do is to work on the ears, which I'll show you now. So to create the ear shape, I used the 1.5 inch circle punch, and you want to cut yourself out half a circle. Then you feed that back into the punch, and then when you've got that into place you want to cut out that ear shape. I've gone ahead and sponged that again with powder pink, and then you can get your embossing tool or run it through the cutter. Let me just zoom you in a bit so you can see what I'm doing, to create a crease down the centre, from the centre to one of the tips, and then just bend that to give you the 2 ears. Then for the stars around the top of the card, I've used the die from the mini treat Thinlits, and I've already run that through the big shot so the stars are ready. What else is there to know? There's so much information that I'm trying to condense it down for you. I hope you're keeping up so far. Right, I'm going to skip to the brad bit, because I've had a bit of troubles when I try to record this already. So for the brad section, so I've used the largest circle and the layering circles framelits to cut this out, and I've sponged using powder pink, Saffron, Lemonlime Twist, Pool Party and Wisteria Wonder to sponge the colour, and overlapped the blending so that the colours merge. Now when I tried piercing through this both in one go, I had a bit of disaster, like I said, when I've tried to do it again. So my clue to you is do it separately. Let me just try and get to my piercing mat. So that mark on there is 1.5 inches down from the top of the page, and I'm going to put my piercing tool through that. Now with the circle, I'm going to roughly find the centre and pierce in the centre. Now you might want to be a bit more technical than I am and actually find the centre, that's fine. You might find that when you spin your circle round and you get the brad through both, that you might get gaps in the flowers, but that's where the gold stars come in. You use those to cover up your gaps. So I'm going to go ahead and just feed a brad through. It doesn't matter what kind of brad, what colour it is or anything like that, because you're not actually going to see it. The unicorn's horn is going to cover it. Now when you go and open your brad, if you just leave a little bit of a space, so using your piercing tool again by putting it next to the brad. Sorry, the lighting is just gone. So place your piercing tool underneath before you fold the brad over. That just gives a nice gap for when you come to spin the spinner mechanism, and then that should be fine. So as you can see, there's a little gap there, so keep spinning it. That's actually not too bad, that's quite good. So we can cover that up with one of the stars. So I'm going to use dimensionals to stick on the horn, which will go under there and just help it get all raised up. Oh, the lighting's gone again, come back. And then we're just going to put some Diamante elements for the eyes, and I'll come back to you for the finishing touches. Oops, it's started recording and I'm not finished yet. Hold on, I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I've had the finishing touches. We've got the ribbon, the stars just covering that gap where the gap came through on the spin. And then in here in my spritzer, I've rinsed out my a wink of Stella that was nearly finished, or it was finished, and with some surgical spirit, or in America it's alcohol solution. And this just gives the most amazing spray. This wasn't my idea. I know a couple of other demonstrators that have done this. So if we just give this a spritz, I don't know if it's going to pick it up on the camera without any light on it. Let me just see if I can. Oh, there you go. Shed a bit of light, and then you can see that sparkling. Hopefully you can catch a glimpse of it, but it gets very sparkly in real life. So thank you for bearing with me, and I hope you've enjoyed my unicorn spinner card. Do subscribe to my channel for further videos. Give me a thumbs up if you like this, and comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Bye bye.